Hello, it's James Shipley from Active Training World. I'm here at Priory Park in Bedfordshire to give you the race brief for the Bedfordshire Triathlon, which is taking place on the 30th of May. Big smile on my face at the moment because it's beautiful weather here today, and you can see behind me just absolutely crystal clear water. You can literally see down into the bottom of it there. Yeah, absolutely amazing. This is going to be a cracking race. So normally we would do a race brief at the event. But obviously with COVID restrictions, a race brief, everyone tends to sort of gather around to listen to the instructions and everything. So what we've done is we moved it online so you can watch this race brief in advance of turning up on the day. Okay, so what I would do is I'll give you a bit of a run through of how the event is going to unfold on the day, where you need to turn up, where you can park, register and all that sort of stuff, so you can familiarise yourself with this venue before you turn up on the day. Okay, so I'll talk you through the swim. Swim's obviously going to take place in that lake behind me. If you're doing the sprint distance, you're going to do 1 lap, and if you're doing the standard distance, you're going to do 2 laps. Okay, so before the race actually starts, if you look behind me here, there is a field area. So this is where we're going to gather you before the race. So you'll be separated into sprint and standard, and then you'll line up in the order of the speed you think you're going to be able to do the swim in. So this is so that we can help maintain social distancing, and the fastest swimmers will go off first, and then hopefully they'll pull away from everybody else. So when they come into the transition area, there'll be like a steady flow of triathletes rather than a big mass all coming through together. So you'll come from that area there to the field. We'll line you up one at a time, and you'll start the swim in a time trial format. You should all head into the water one at a time to complete your swim. Okay, one of the things on the water is if you do get yourself into any difficulty whatsoever, you need to lie on your back and put one arm in the air. By doing that, it will signal the kayakers that are on there, or the water safety boats, that you need some assistance, and they'll come over to you. For that reason, you're not allowed to do backstroke in the swim. So just bear that in mind. If you do start doing backstroke, you might get a kayaker trying to haul you out of the water. So make sure you do avoid that stroke. Okay, so once you've finished your swim, you're going to head down this path here, and I'll just walk over to the transition area. So you've got this path behind me with this bridge just over my shoulder. So you'll run over to here to the transition area. While I'm walking, actually, what I'll let you know about the parking situation. So when you arrive, if you follow the postcode that's on your race info, there's a business park area and a car park at the far end of the park, and that is where we'll have all our parking marshals and everything. We'll tell you where you can park your car before the race, and then just follow the HQ signs, the ATW Race HQ, and we'll take you into our race headquarters. Okay, so I've popped over the bridge, and I've got this big field area behind me here. So this is where the transition area is going to be, and it's also going to be where the finish line is. Okay, so you'll make your way after the swim into that transition area, take your wetsuits off. One of the key things on triathlon is to make sure your cycling helmet is on and secure before you touch your bike. Just make sure you do that, and it'll make sure you don't avoid picking up any unnecessary time penalties, which nobody wants. Okay, so once you've sorted your bike, you'll come this side of the park, spin over again. So we've got another pathway, and it leads you out to the area actually where you're going to park up in. This is where you're going to exit with your bike. So you'll be able to see that once you're parked up. You'll be able to see your exit on the bike as you make your way over to HQ, so you can familiarise yourself with that. You do need to run with your bike at this point. So if you're new to triathlon, one thing you can't do when you leave the transition area is to jump straight on your bike. We'll have a flag that will say mount line, and you're not allowed to get on your bike until after that mount line. So all this area down the path, you'll have to run with your bike at this stage. If I'd have to guess, I'd probably guess you've got to run maybe about 70 metres with your bike. And then once you're past that mount line, you'll be able to jump on your bike and head out onto the bike course. Just got one more little bridge to cross, and then you should be able to see it over my shoulder again then, so I can actually show you where it is you'll be able to get on your bike. Okay, so I'm just going over the bridge now. Such a lovely park this is. You'll love it when you arrive, I promise. Okay, so you can see the bridge just over my shoulder there, hopefully, just over there, that side there. So just beyond that bridge is where we'll put the mount line. So you'll be able to get on your bike head out onto the roads, and then if you're doing the sprint distance, you're going to do 1 lap, and if you're doing the standard distance, you're going to do 2 laps. Once you've completed your correct number of bike laps, come back, and again this time you'll see a dismount flag. So once you see that dismount flag, you have to get off your bike before that dismount flag, and then you'll run again with your bike back to that transition area where you can drop your bike and then put your running shoes on, and then you've got a traffic-free either 5k if you're doing the sprint distance or 10k if you're doing the standard distance run that goes all the way around the park. So hope you're looking forward to this one. If the weather is anything like it is today, we're all going to have an absolutely cracking day, and we look forward to seeing you on the 30th of May. If you have any questions, if I've missed anything off, don't worry, just pop your questions in the comments below or drop an email to events@activetrainingworld.co.uk, and we'll do our very best to answer them for you. So if we don't hear from you before, we look forward to seeing you on the 30th of May. Okay, we'll see you soon. Cheers.